It's actually sickening to see the fans go on like they are like this over. What is up, guys? It is Lely, and today we have news from Konami that they have an exclusive agreement with Juventus for PES 2020. What does this mean for PES 20 and what does it mean for FIFA 20? Let's start off with what it means for PES 20. It means they now have 3D player scans of the players. It means they have their authentic kits. They have the actual Juventus name because they were called PN Black and White in the last PES, and they also have their stadium, they have their kits. What does it mean for FIFA on that forefront? It means they can no longer call Juventus, so they now have to think of a fake name for them. They can't use their badge or logo, they can't use their kits, they can't use their stadium. That's what it means for FIFA at that stage when you put it into comparison. So why am I making this video? You'll see very shortly why I'm making this video. So how does this impact our in-game play experience? Well, the reality of it, we know it's going to do zilch to the gameplay. It just means you have a little bit more of an authentic Master League, and you know, your friendly games in the Juventus Stadium will also feel a bit more authentic. But that wasn't really a big issue if you had a PlayStation 4 or a PC, because there were option files out there. So in reality, it's done very little to change our in-game play experience. How does it impact it if you're FIFA? Well, the reality, again, in gameplay, it really won't change much. Because if you remember, lads, because a lot of people on the, Reddit, on Reddit, people are saying, oh, that's it, they can't use Ronaldo, they can't use this, they can't use these players. Well, no, that's simply not true. Remember when we had the Champions League license and all we were doing in my club were using the last round of 32 special agents, quarter-final agents, things like that. Well, at that same time period, EA, although they didn't have the Champions League license, they were doing man of the match cards, player of the tournament cards for the Champions League, but what they were just calling it were hero cards or just man of the match cards, things like that. They just weren't calling it Champions League. So you will still see a team of the week Ronaldo in FIFA. You will probably still see a player of the season in Juventus players, things like that. You will see them in FIFA. So in terms of their gameplay experience, all they will do is you'll see fake names there. That's all it is. Like, as in for the teams, the players will still have their names. It's just they will not be allowed to be grouped together as Juventus. That is it. So in terms of gameplay experience and even their ultimate team experience, it will not have a change like on that. It will still, my money will be that EA will still make more from players like Ronaldo and all the other big stars, Dybala and things like that. They will still make more from them players than Konami will. That's the reality of it, lads, because they just know how to use these players better with their game modes they have, like Ultimate Team. That's it. In terms of actual in-game experience, lads, neither game is really going to change other than how it looks to us when we get them players. That is it. The reason I made this video wasn't just to tell you about the Juventus partnership. It's also to tell you PES fans to stop being so salty and actually have the focus in the right place. So I went to Reddit today and it says now it's official, Juventus will be partner of PES 20. So I went to the comment section and one of the first comments I saw was, it's all exclusive, FIFA gets fuck all. I'm like, why is this community so hell-bent on always trying to get one up on FIFA? How about you ignore FIFA? What does it matter if they have it or not? Look at our own game. It is so broken. And rather than saying to, Konami and our own community, look at the problem here, here and here, you're like, okay, let's put that under the carpet. Let's go to FIFA and say, haha, we got the Juventus stick. Let's beat you with that. No, that's not going to make our game better. Focus on our own game. Then, when you're at the bloody pinnacle, then you can look down on other games. Right now, we're way below FIFA. Yes, we have better gameplay, but they have, better game modes. They have more game modes. They have a lot more depth. They have a lot more community of like that. EA actually communicate with their content creators. They are ahead on so many different levels. And Konami fans, or PES fans, sorry, just hang on to one thing and say, yeah, we're better. No, the reality is, lads, we are so far behind on so many things, and it starts from Konami or the PES team, whatever, being so poor on so many different levels. That is why we're behind, lads. It's nothing else. The gameplay is better in PES. It is, but there's reasons why games sell more than the others, and it's not solely down to gameplay, as FIFA have surely proven to you for years on end now. I'm seeing people celebrate this news and rubbing into the faces of FIFA fans like Konami have just released this masterpiece of a game where it's not got no problems, and suddenly all the problems that we've been complaining about for the last 4 or 5 years, like the lag cheaters, the terrible online connections, the terrible player switching, the AI being all over the place. When you play a pass to them, they just don't respond. Lag cheaters, everything like that. It's like they've just fixed all that, and people are just there celebrating like Konami released this perfect masterpiece. It's actually sickening to see the fans go on like they are like this over such like. Alright, don't get me wrong, it's a good piece of news that we've got Juventus, but it's not the game changer that people are making it out to be. It's actually sickening to see that this is what it takes to keep the PES fans like quiet and happy. There are so many more problems that you will be complaining about the day this game comes out, whether Juventus are licensed or not, and yet you're just going to be right now just thinking, yeah, we've got one up on FIFA. Like, come on, fix up. I've been saying for years that I feel PES has fallen so far behind because the PES community are accepting this state of the game. Look how broken PES 19 is. I don't care how hardcore a PES fan you are, this is probably one of the most broken PESs, and yet you get people defending this game to the tooth and nail just so they can say it's better than FIFA. How about, and this is the one thing I love about F1, when Ferrari are off the pace, they won't say, oh, you know, our engine just wasn't working well today. They'll say, look, Mercedes have a better engine than us, and this is probably why. And they'll, you know, they look to assess it, and they won't be afraid to admit where the competition is ahead of them. But our fans, our people who are giving Konami this feedback, won't admit it. So when Konami look at the feedback, they'll be like, oh yeah, we're good, because our fans say we are. But the reality is, we're not good. But the thing is, the fans are just so hell-bent on trying to say we're better. Lads, like I've said, we are miles behind. We are miles behind as a complete game. Not gameplay, as a complete game, we are miles behind. So I feel if we get, you know, that actual self-criticism, get that spot on rather than focusing on FIFA, get that self-criticism spot on, we will take PES beyond FIFA. But until this community fixes up, that's just simply not going to happen. I see comments about me all the time saying if Lely hates playing PES, why is he doing it? Or, you know, what's he getting from this? Well, lads, I actually want to see PES, for me, the better gameplay of the two right now. I want to see them push themselves high. I've always been a PES child, you know, from ISS days and SNES days and things like that. I've been a PES boy, and I always want to see the game at its best. And that doesn't mean I won't play FIFA and enjoy FIFA, but I always want to see PES do well. And the reason you see these angry reactions from me is because, first of all, obviously I'm not enjoying myself when them things happen, but it's also like anger, like how has it come to these broken things that I'm seeing? And all that mixes up into this reactions that you see from me. And yeah, guys, I just want to see the best from, to be honest, I want to see the best from FIFA. Competition's good for both games. If PES is this bad, then EA can get away with a crap game. And if EA is that bad, then, you know, Konami somehow get away with their crap game as well. So, you know, I just want to see what's best for both games in reality. And it's a shame it's coming down to licensing wars. But yeah, guys, I want to know what you guys think of this. And, you know, do you agree with me that, you know, you think the community is holding PES back? Or do you think the community is going the right way and Konami are just not doing the best? I really think it's a mix of the community being bad and Konami also being bad as well. So yeah, guys, let me know what your thoughts are of everything I've said in this video in the comment section. I hope you did like this video, guys. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, remember to subscribe. Until then, guys, peace!